Hello, but I wasn't going to make this video to reply to what I saw. You know, I'm open to anybody telling me anything. If you want to give me some evidence on stuff, I was hoping your video would have a lot of evidence or have some evidence whatsoever, but mostly contains smart aleck remarks that a creationist that, hold on for 1 second, about a creationist that, you know, that wanted to debate you. Main thing I want to talk about is when you talk about evolution, what form of evolution you talk about. I mean, there's macroevolution, there's microevolution, there's chemical evolution, there's a bunch of them. You know, when it talks about how like all these chemicals and everything use iron, but if you look at the table, it'll tell you we have elements that the element table. If you look at that, we have elements that are way past iron. So if you can only fuse up to iron, where do you explain the chemicals coming in now? Okay, and I understand what you're saying about the law of physics, but I also want to show you one thing. I do go to school, and so you guys don't think that. So you guys don't think I'm an idiot on this topic. I just want to show you one thing, and that's this. When I talk about the universe and how complex it is, when we talk about supernovas and stellar space and all that stuff, you understand what I'm talking about. Maybe a nursing student, but because I'm also really into religion and really into science, I figured I would take this class here. Yeah. So, you know, we don't really hit on the topic of evolution too much. But like what I like about my professor is that, you know, he will admit that, you know, while it's not, you know, usually science tries to answer how, whereas religion tries to answer what, or, you know, something like that. So we're going to start on a few things that you've probably heard. And, okay. Transitional fossils. A lot of them, all the ones I know about, I don't know about all of them yet because I haven't researched all of them, but were known to be hoaxes. Hind legs on the back of a snake, actually part of their pelvis, not legs in the walk on. And yeah, I know they're going to make a point on why the whales go like this when other fish go like this, and this is a more efficient way to swim. But have you not noticed that humans can also swim the same way? Have you not noticed that? You ever watch these swim meets? Humans can also do it. I mean, do you see any fins on us? Is there any way that we were told to swim? No. One things I also want to hit on is that they're talking about, they'll say that a creationist is, our answer is, in the absence of an answer, it was God, it was a miracle. No, not true. I mean, the Bible tells us not to debate religion based on science, but if you look at it, evolution is not science. No, the definition of science is what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up online, and I'm going to give you guys a resource that you can cite. Just give me 1 second, because I'm in the middle of a homework assignment, so I have to pull another page. I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to tell you right now that it's going to be somewhere along the definition of things that you can observe. What is the definition of science? Okay, here we go. Now, what do we have? The intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. Now, I want to ask you a question, okay? Here's the question I want to ask you. Can you experiment and make a transitional fossil? Or have any of you guys ever applied for, what is it, billions of years, almost trillions actually, and a lot of, if you go by astronomy, they'll tell you that the world's been around for trillions of years. But we'll just go back to the billions of years when life formed. We'll just get on that topic. If I meet one evolutionist who can actually give me a decent transitional fossil that has not been proven as a hoax, and by the way, you have to take something into a lab and make the exact same fossil, from something, because you know, with science you can get things, experiments that you're supposed to be able to reproduce, and the answer's supposed to be the same every time. So go ahead, go make me another fossil. It's going to date back to some ridiculously late or early amount of time. I believe you. But until you can reproduce these things, first off, you got to get past getting proven to be a hoax. Okay. And let's put it this way: people are like, "Oh, creationists," or people, evolutionists, like, "Oh, creationists are just denying it." You know what? Not all of us are. Some of us might be, but I know some people, being a fanatical for Jesus, right here on YouTube too. If you want to talk to you just as much as I would, will tell you that we don't support. We don't support evolution. We support microevolution. You can prove that. There's a reason why I think, what is it, apes have like a 97 or 99% same DNA as we have, something like that. And I don't know what thing I'm going to ask. Everybody wants us to bring up biology and all this, and physics and all that stuff, right? How come nobody ever wants to bring up the one thing that could prove evolution? Could be your smoking gun, embryology. By the way, if you see the scrubs here, it's because I'm a nursing student. So does anybody want to talk embryology with me? Because embryology will a good study of embryology basically show you that there's no way. Yeah, you can have microevolution. You can have, a dog, a coyote, and there's a cat, there's a lion, a tiger, a cheetah. You can have different forms of the same. It's the same thing. You can have different creatures, or I won't say creatures, but you know what I mean, for lack of better terms. But it's the same thing. They're still the same. A house cat, and a lion, and a tiger, and a cheetah, they're all the same. Except for, the house cat's the least dangerous, but they're from the same family. And if you were to research them, you find out they come from the same place, but they're still the same species. The species didn't change. It's just minor things about it did. But the whole species didn't change. That's not going to happen. Okay. Water erosion on rocks. How? Considering that you can't have rocks, which is a non-living thing. That's just, you can't produce something alive from something that's dead. Okay? Or not alive, because rocks are never alive because they've died. So I really don't know, what else to say to this, but I guess just, I'm gonna wait for your video debate, and Fanatical for Jesus would love to talk to you too. I know he would. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna text him right now just to, see if he'll get on here for you. Or not gonna. He will debate you on this, but I want to see if he's available to do it right now. So what I'm gonna ask you to do, because I want this to be a fair debate. Okay? You look a little young, so I'm not gonna be mean. I don't know how old you are. But get your ducks in a row, get your facts straight, do some research, and then come to me or come to Fanatical for Jesus, and let's actually make this an honest debate and not a debate about, what do you, like trying to discredit each other and make each other look bad and all that stuff, because I don't want to make you look bad, dude. But I don't want to be sitting here insulting anybody or anything like that. I just want to get my facts out there, you get your facts out there, and the people who watch our videos to decide what they want. So, this is JL3, 221. I'm not doing another airsoft review this time. You can check out my channel to see the airsoft. if you agree with abortion, don't look at my channel, because you're not going to like what you see. I mean, you can look at it if you agree with it. If you want to look at it, look at the evidence I have, look at everything I have. It goes like why abortion is wrong, including the videos of babies actually being aborted. Don't worry, I was nice enough to put those on video so you could firsthand watch it and see what you're putting the baby through. And otherwise, you know, if you don't like how my video or my channel makes you feel, that's your conviction of faith. But you know, if you have any opposing views from anything I do, feel free to comment on any of my videos. And if you can change if you can come at me correct with facts and stuff that any decent human being would be compassionate towards, then I'd be more than glad to talk to you about you. But just know that there's an advisory I'm going to tell you right now. My channel does piss a lot of people off. I don't really care, because it is what it is. And as far as I'm concerned, when Armageddon comes and I've got someone to answer to, I mean, I'm not going to be perfect, but I think I have a lot of good things to answer to. Of course, I'm going to be punished just the same as everyone else is. I mean, all but don't go to hell. I mean, I have, you know, if you look at Galatians 3 verses 8 through 12, it'll tell you that I'm not, but I'm just saying, I hope that in my journey and walk with Jesus, that I'm strong enough to stay on the path long enough to get to that point and not let, you know, anything come and overtake me. So anyways, just look at the videos, tell me what you guys think, and you know, you can sub above, you can write and comment below. Let me know what you think. I gotta get back to my homework, so peace, guys.